Hey guys, I'm BC Guppy, and I have another really cool method to show off. So like last time, I'll show an entire kill and then explain how it works for the rest of the video. And that's all there is to it. When you finish the kill, make sure you move in the center of the Kalphite Queen's respawn so that the Kalphite Guardians move back into position. This technique works because the Kalphite Guardians block the Kalphite Queen from moving in any cardinal direction, and you can hit her from under her using Mithril Seeds, because Mithril Seeds push you back under kick you before she has a chance to attack you. Start the first kill of the trip by killing the Kalphite Queen normally, then you have 30 seconds before she respawns. The setup for the Safespot is pretty janky. Basically, get aggro from both Guardians in the room, and then you want to lure the southernmost Kalphite Guardian to the tiles I have marked southwest of KQ's spawn. Unfortunately, the Guardian won't move that far west normally, since it is just outside of its aggro radius, so you have to walk under it for one tick and hope it moves west. Then, if all goes right, carefully move around it and lure the other Guardian directly northeast of the first one, and then you should have it set up. If you did all that correctly, KQ should be able to move when she respawns, so move to her southeasternmost tile and start attacking her. After every attack, left click your stack of Mithril Seeds and press 1 to quickly pick the flower up, and shift click the flower to drop it. The rhythm will take some practice to perfect. It's important to pick the flower up every time, otherwise the flower stays in the ground and prevents you from planting more flowers, breaking the safe spot. You also need at least one empty inventory space to be able to pick the flower up, or the game won't let you grab it. Kalphite workers can also hit you and interrupt you from picking the flowers up, so if any spawn and are able to reach you, you have to kill them before continuing. If you kill KQ at the start of the trip and there are Kalphite workers everywhere, you basically have no chance to get the Guardians into position, but you can take advantage of it by using the workers to safe spot KQ instead. Move some workers on the south and east sides of KQ's spawn, then, when KQ spawns, walk under her until she gets stuck in a corner and safe spot from an appropriate spot on her east side, taking care not to be in reach of any workers who might interrupt you from using your Mithril Seeds. Kalphite workers tend to despawn after around 10 minutes, but you should have at least 2 to work with most of the time, and if not, you can try to get the Kalphite Guardian safe spot to work the next time you kill KQ. For the gear setup, I was using an Elder Maul for melee and an ACB for range, but a Twisted Bow is better if you can afford it. I think you can also bring a Scythe of Vituer. I tested it and it's not supposed to hit the Kalphite Guardians, but I'm not sure if that's consistent. I wouldn't recommend bringing a fast melee weapon like an Abyssal Bludgeon, since it's too hard to use, and if you can't get an Elder Maul or a Scythe, just use a Leaf Bladed Battle Axe and it's not that much slower. For the inventory, I was bringing this. You can try bringing more prayer pots and more stat boosting potions, but KQ drops everything you need anyway, so I found that this was enough for long trips. I was bringing Ancients too, to lure Guardians with Blood Blitz and Ice Barrage for tactical freezes, but Lunar spells are pretty cool too because you can cure poison from Guardians using the Cure spell. Overall, I used this method for 256 kills to get the KQ head for the diary, and at first, I was getting about 20 kills an hour, but later on as I was getting better at it, I was getting a little under 25 kills an hour. This account only had 80 attack and 90 strength though, so I'm sure with better stats and better gear, you could manage 30 kills an hour or more potentially. For the entire KQ head grind, I used about 6,000 Mithril seeds, which cost me about $1.5 million at the time I bought them, but on average you should actually profit from using Mithril seeds if you sell the rare flowers you get. I got insanely lucky and got 11 white flowers and 5 black flowers from my seeds, so I actually made back twice as much as I spent on the seeds, since I sold my white flowers for 250k each and my black flowers for 50k each. For Iron Men wanting to do this method, you can buy Mithril seeds in the Legends Guild. They cost a little over 300 GP each, but the stock is only 6, so you have to hop through a lot of worlds to get enough Mithril seeds to cover the number of kills you want to do. I think you can buy nearly 2,000 Mithril seeds an hour or so. For irons, I wouldn't recommend doing this after getting a KQ head anyway, since it's much faster to kill it normally with the diary perks than buying seeds and safe spotting it. And that's all I got. This video showcases my main doing this method, but it can be done on a wide variety of accounts, like 1 defense pures, or even 1 prayer pures. Let me know in the comments how it goes if any of you give this method a try. The safe spot can be very challenging to pull off, and I wish I could do a better job of explaining how to set it up, but it's super rewarding to finally pull off when you do get it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.